Hi, this is Grandpa Dickey. Today we're going to put together model 80027. It's a very simple piece to put together. I'm going to give you a few tips to begin with. First, about the parts. You have a right side and a left side, and the only thing you're going to notice is you've got two extra holes here. This is the right side. The left side is going to have the holes that mirror the image on this side. The other thing is, on the shelves, from the top the shelves look exactly the same. But the bottom shelf has holes to attach it to the bottom of the side panels, whereas the middle shelf doesn't have that. Just keep that in mind. One thing I like to do is I like to take the hardware and separate it out in little bowls. I put the wooden items in here, the little plugs that are going in, little odd things, the dowels that are going to go into the top of the front legs, the handle, the door pull there, and the little screw that goes with that. And then this is the little piece of plastic that will keep your drawer from coming out. Then I put the threaded screws, the machine screws, and that comes with its own little wrench. Put them all in a little bowl. I put the pins, and those are going to be your shelf supports. Put those on another one. And then there's 3 different size screws. Put the largest ones, and there's 8 of those. Those are going to be mostly for the drawer assembly. And then there's medium size screws, and then there's a real small one. There's 5 of those. And so separate those out. Those are primarily for the Z brackets and also for this little piece of plastic here. And then it comes with a wrench for your wheels. You're going to put the wheels, and you've got 2 sets of washers. This washer is going to go close to the wood, and then the lock washer will go next to the head of the wheel. Okay, so that being said, we'll get started with the first step. Okay, now we're going to take the side panel that has the drawer guide already attached, and we're going to attach the top back panel. That's part number 2 on your instruction sheet. And when we're going to do that, we're going to put these threaded bolts, and there's 2 of them, through the countersink on the other side. And we're going to line this up. The nut is already started in there. You want to tighten them as far as they'll go. You just want to tighten them up so that it'll stay in place, and you can finish the tightening toward the end. We're ready to attach the bottom shelf. Got the top back panel in place. The bottom shelf is the one just through holes. And make sure that the top goes toward the top of the card, which is a nice smooth side there. Then we're going to attach these right into here. Take the bottom one, line that one up. And you can start that tightening with your finger, and then tighten them down with your little wrench. Okay, now we're going to attach the other side. Have the holes. The nut screws ready. That goes toward the bottom. We're going to make sure that the shelf fits and holds it in place. And we're going to secure the side just like we did the other one. We're going to come back in on the back side here. With the bolts. Here again, you can align them a little bit. While we have the unit in this position, we're just going to take advantage of that and put the wheels on. You have locking wheels, and you have 2 of those and 2 non-locking wheels. I like to put the locking ones on the front. So what you do is you put the lock washer on the shaft, and then you put the smooth washer in, insert that into the end of the leg there, and use the little wrench that we've given you, and tighten it down. After you've tightened that one down, put the other locking one on the front here, and then the two non-locking ones on the back. And you can keep the wrench in case it ever loosens up on you. Turn the top upside down on a nice smooth surface. You should have two holes. Those are for the dowels, the wooden dowels. I'm going to put those in here rather than putting them in the top of the legs, because sometimes they'll go in easy and sometimes you have to tap them in. Just give them a little tap. Those went in easy. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the drawer stop in. This will keep your drawer from coming out all the way after you insert it. When you insert the back of it, it's going to push that down and then it won't come back. So we're going to take one of the smaller screws, if you can zoom in on that, put the screw right through there, and there's a little pilot hole there. And we're just going to tighten this down. There's 4 little pilot holes. Start those. I don't need them to go in very far because I've got to turn them a little bit later on. Then I'm going to take them, I'm going to turn them toward the inside, so the long part's toward the inside, and you'll see why in a minute, because we're going to attach the leg assembly to the top. I'm going to take the cart, I'm going to take the front part of it here, I'm going to invert it, turn it up, so that I'm going to line the holes that are in the top of those front legs with the hole with those valves to just start giving you alignment for the rest of the unit. Okay, once those are seated, we're going to turn them around so that the ends of them, the 3 end, goes into that slot that's in that top of the brace. Sometimes you might have to take it, tap it a little bit with the hammer to get it to go in there, but I didn't tighten it up very much because I need all the play I can get. Now, since you don't have a lot of clearance between this little stick and your screwdriver, I like to take it when I start these, angle that screw out just a little bit, then start tightening it up. I'll go to the other side and tighten up the other two in exactly the same manner. Okay, now we're going to attach the top shelf. I'm going to show you a little trick, because if you put all 4 of these support pins in, there ain't no way you're going to get that shelf in. So what I like to do is I just take on one side, tap these pins in, one for the back side, tap that one in. Then I'm going to take the shelf, I'm going to angle it in this way and let that rest on those pins. If I put this in now, there's no way I can get that in. So I'm just going to raise the shelf up, put the pin in here, tap it in, and repeat with the one on the back, and you've got your middle shelf in place. Okay, we're going to assemble the drawer. I'm going to take part 8, which is the drawer back, and make sure the slot is down. That's where your drawer bottom is going into. The sides, drawer sides, are exactly the same. You just want to make sure that the little slot is down, and the big slot is out, because that's where it's going to slide under the drawer glide. Okay, you take your longest screws, the long ones you have left, and you're going to just take them. I like to insert both of them through the face there, and we're going into the side. You'll see there's little pilot holes there, and we're going to tighten them down. Don't over tighten these. When they go down and they're snug, that's good enough. That's the reason I don't want you to use a power screwdriver, because you can ream these out very easily. So just screw them in place, use the pilot holes, screw them down until you just get it good and tight. Then you do the same thing with the other side. Okay, then we take the drawer bottom, that's part 10, and we're just going to turn the assembly up and slide that right in place. Okay, now we're going to put the drawer front on. Make sure the slot's at the bottom. Lift that up a little bit. The blocks go inside. Seat that in there real well. We're going to take a couple of the screws that are left through the outside, and there's pilot holes in that little block. We'll screw the one bit to the other side. Okay, we got the drawer assembled except for the little knob. One machine screw. Push the machine screw through the back. Put the knob on. Twist that in place, and you don't need a screwdriver to tighten that. You can just tighten the knob from the front. Just take that drawer and make sure it fits. You're going to have just a little bit of resistance because you have that little plastic piece. You can push it past that. You might have heard it snap. Then the drawer won't come out. And you got your drawer. A little wooden disc, and put them in the holes in the back legs. Just going to start those. If you think you might be going to hurt the finish, you can always put a little piece of plastic or something to nail on, but for the assembly purposes, I'm just going to tap them easily. This is a good hard lacquer. You might have noticed when you open the box it had a little lacquer smell to it. That'll go away very quickly, so don't worry about that. But this, just repeat the same thing with the other two holes. Get many, many years of enjoyment out of it.